What is up, everybody? What a game. I wasn't going to go live tonight, but I had to go live after a game like that. What an incredible game, man. Just simply amazing. Man, I can't wait to break it down with you guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. For everybody that's here, I know Titan Upload had an incredible stream as well. So hats off to him. Titan Anderson had an incredible stream. Let's get it started, guys. Let your friends know we're live tonight. We're going to just break down some of the game. We won't go like super long, but we'll go over the game. We'll go over the stuff, man. I watched the full game at Raul G's house. It was incredible, man. What an emotional game. It was so up and down. We were freaking yelling at the TV, going nuts, driving Raul's wife probably crazy. No. Shout out to her. She's a huge Titans fan too. But it was just nuts, man. We were going nuts out there. So let's get this going, guys. So what is up, guys? We got some of y'all in the building. Gonna get to your comments in a second. As you know, the Titans win 33-30. It was an amazing game, and we freaking had to win the game twice. Can you believe that? So that was definitely a safety in the end zone. I don't know what they were talking about. That was a definite safety. Let me know what you guys think. He wasn't moving forward. He was moving forward at first, and then he stepped back, and he was clearly in the end zone. So, I mean, it would have been cool to win the game that way, but, I mean, that just shows the heart of this team. And Mike Vrabel did say this week is going to really prove what this team is made of. And they did. I mean, and like I said, they should have won on the safety. They didn't. Came back in overtime, fizzled out on offense, stopped them, and came back and won the game. With the freaking field goal kicker, and he barely won it. So let's get to some of your comments, guys. Big shout out to Titan Upload for doing his stream. This channel is a part of the Titan Upload network. I talked to him earlier. Dude can barely talk, but let's get to some of your comments here. Travier, tighten up. We can all have a good week. Now I know, dude. And I told my wife tonight, hey, babe, guess what? I'll be in a good mood for like the first 3 days of the week because it takes me a while. It takes me a while to get over losses. Like, it takes me a good 3 days. And honestly, like, I haven't played Madden all week. I mean, I don't know, man. I've kind of been a little down at work. Like, so I think even one of my coworkers was like, hey, man, what's wrong with you, man, this week? And I'm like, man, the Titans lost. And he was like, you're that into it? And I'm like, yeah, dude. And he's like, it's not, life or death. It's just football. And I'm like, hey, man, that's just me, dude. I love Titans football. And, when they lose, it affects my mood. And when they win, it affects my mood. So that's just me, man. Titan Upload says, Rossi, we did it. What a win, Titan Up. It was an incredible win, man. The way they came back, the way they fought, the resilience. We'll get to some of the stats here in a minute. We'll put them on the screen. Unknown 13, the Titans are back, baby. That's true. We are back. Every team in the AFC South lost today, guys. So we're tied for first place with the Texans, which is kind of crazy to say, but that's the truth. We're tied with them for first place. So I don't know. We got a good opportunity. The Colts looked okay today. Like Wentz was injured. He went out. He played okay today. He was pretty resilient. So it's still going to be tough against the Colts, guys. Like, it's still going to be a tough game. I think even if Eason's in there, it's going to be tough just because they play us tough and their defense is good. Titan Bay, what's up, man? What's up, my friend? I know you're not too far from me, so tighten up. Maybe we could get together sometime. Life with Devontae, you predicted the win. I got something to admit, guys, and you probably watched the show. I thought the Titans were going to lose, and I was with Titan Upload, and the only reason I thought that, I thought we were going to play better. I thought we were going to go down to the wire with them, and I just thought it would – I thought it would come down to a field goal. I thought it would come down to our field goal kicker missing kicks to lose the game. I didn't necessarily think we would lose the game, but I just thought that our kicker was going to lose the game. And he did. He missed a field goal, and he barely made the one at the win, but he made it, and that's all that freaking matters. So we win. We're in a great situation. We're 1-1. If you would have told me we were 1-1 for the first 2 games of the season, considering these first 2 games, I would have been happy with that. I'd be completely happy with that, and I am happy with that. Kent Woods, what's up? Tighten up, man. Kent's always in here sharing his love and his thoughts. So really appreciate that. Raul, what's up, brother? I was at the game. Yeah, dude, it was crazy, man. We were going nuts. Thanks for having me over, man. Titan Anderson says, woo! Dude, Titan Anderson had a killer stream. I know he picked up a ton of subs. That dude is on fire. Big shout out to Titan Anderson, man. He's doing a live stream right now, the Kansas City game, right after he did the Titans game. So, dude, shout out to him, man. That dude is just rolling. Big Sportsman, I got your text, man. I'll get back to you here in a minute. Was that for... Man, I'll try. I'll try my best. I'll text you back here in a few minutes, though, after I get off here. So shout out to you, man. Life at Devontae, Titans in the driver's seat. That's true. Titans Mafia, Derrick Henry and Christian Fulton are the players of the game. Definitely Christian Fulton was locked down. I mean, I honestly didn't even – I mean, I know that I'll pull the stats up here. Let's see if we can get them on the screen here. So can you guys see those stats? Good enough? Let me know if you can. If you can read them. Yeah, so you could see here, Tyler Lockett absolutely destroyed us. So that's a little concerning. Obviously, he had that big play and all that. Freddie Swain had that busted play, down the middle of the field. I don't know whose fault was that. Was it Jackson's? I think it had to be Jackson's. Titan Base said, I don't know how to read, but I can see the stats. All right, cool, man. But DK Metcalf, 6 catches for 53 yards. Did he even have a catch in the first half? Or not in the first half, in the second half? That's what I was telling Raul. I was like, I don't even remember him. But yes, unknown. Who said that? Something Tannehill deserves the credit for sure, dude. Like Tannehill took some hits again. Y'all could see here. Tannehill took some hits again in the game. He was 27 for 40, 347 yards. I mean, he had a heck of a game. Offensively, we had a heck of a game. Derrick Henry had 182 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. Derrick Henry is not going anywhere. All these people that are saying, 2,000-yard curse, all this stuff. Dude, look at Henry today. He also had 6 catches for 55 yards. Derrick Henry had 237 yards total today. Tannehill had 347. How many total yards did we have? 532 total yards. I mean, I'm just saying. Look at this offense. It's incredible. Let's see if I can get a little bigger here. That might be better for you guys. Let's go over the stats. Let's see. Seattle, 320 passing yards. We held them. Their running game was not very good. I mean, we were able to hold them to 77 yards. We did well. we didn't let Russell Wilson get away. He only had 16 yards rushing. Chris Carson, 31 yards, guys. We held Chris Carson to 31 yards. And Carson is a good back. To hold him to that few yards, that's good, Obviously, it's concerning. Jackrabbit Jenkins, 178 yards. I mean, Fulton absolutely destroyed Metcalf today. I know Metcalf was a little hurt, but Metcalf was a non-factor all game. And the thing is, with Seattle, you got two number one wide receivers like we do, right? So to stop both of them is going to be darn near impossible. Unless you just have two lockdown corners, you're not going to stop both of them at the same time. Yes, you give up a lot to Lockett, but you did stop one of them. So that's good. I mean, Freddie Swain, the only plays he really had was that broken play that was, crazy. Other than that, he wasn't that great. Let me get back to some of these comments here. 20 people in the house. Tighten up that like button, guys. I appreciate all the support so far. You guys have been incredible. We are inching our way to 500 subs in the first 3 months. That's incredible, guys. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I really appreciate it. This channel is a part of the Titan Upload Network. We're bringing you guys content back to back, 7 to 8 shows a week between me and Titan Upload. So, yeah, tighten up that like button. Please subscribe. I love the Titans. I'm going to bring you guys content every week, couple times a week, stuff like that. I'm very active on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter at Titans Rossi. Anyways, let's get to some more of your comments here, guys. Sorry, I'm not trying to avoid y'all. What is up, Tennessee Titans Weekly? Thank y'all so much. You guys go follow Tennessee Titans Weekly. I'm sure a lot of you know who they are. Hawk and Jacques, they're awesome, man. So give them a follow. Titan Bay, Wilson was twirled around 5 yards deep in the end zone, and the Seahawks script. Yes, he was. And let me know what y'all think of the referees. Like, it was insane. Like, it was obvious, like they were giving the Seahawks some calls. It was crazy. That was a touchdown to Julio. Like, they shouldn't look, from what I understand, as far as all this replay stuff goes, if your feet, if you can't see or anything's obstructed, if the ref calls it a touchdown, that's what they have to go by. If they can't tell on the video, then it's a touchdown. I mean, plain and simple. It was unbelievable. And shout out to whoever posted the pictures on Twitter, but you could tell he was in, and they robbed him of that touchdown. But I mean, what about Julio Jones, guys? He was fired up. He was amped up. They couldn't stop him. I was telling Raul during the game, I was like, let's throw him the ball more. Just keep throwing it to Julio because he is killing them out there. We'll get to A.J. Brown in a minute. But sorry, I'm kind of a little all over the place tonight, guys. But I didn't plan on doing a show because I was over at my buddy's house. He lives like 30 minutes away. I came home right after the game, and I was like, man, I gotta get a show out for you guys. Like, it would be absolutely wrong for me not to. Raul Garcia says Fulton is a lockdown core. I'm so excited I can't even talk tonight, guys. Unknown 13, Titans 30, Colts 28 next week. Yeah, I mean, I would take that. Hey, as long as we get a W, I don't care what the score is, Titan Rob. Ty Sembralo stepped up in a big way for Luan. I agree. And honestly, I was surprised that they started Quesenberry over Sembralo. I don't know if it's because Sembralo is more used to playing left tackle or what, but Sembralo did well last year before he got injured, So people have made the argument tonight, we're better without Luan out there. I don't know. I think it depends on if what's going on with Luan. Guys, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes on IR, at least short-term IR. It wouldn't surprise me. Just the way that he looked tonight, I mean, obviously anybody would be devastated, but he looked devastated that he was not in the game. Like he just looked down and out. I'm sure he was happy that we won towards the end of the game. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go on IR. I mean, to pull the game out too without Jayon Brown was amazing. I haven't seen Long's stats yet, but I'll look them up here in a minute. The big sports, that is what the Titans offense is supposed to look like in the second half. Definitely. DWS 420. I had to change the channel a few times to calm down, but man, I'm so happy they pulled off a win in that environment. Me too, man. And that was the most amazing thing about this game. You're going to Seattle. You're coming off a horrible win. Everybody's talking about you. Everybody's down you. You're a 6.5-point underdog. You're going into one of the toughest places in the NFL to play. Probably one of the toughest places in the world to play as far as crowd noise. I'm sure there's some pretty raucous soccer stadiums in the world, though. But you go in there. Really, nobody's giving you a chance. None of the sports analysts are giving you a chance. ESPN's not giving you a chance. Your own people aren't giving you a chance. Heck, I even predicted them to lose. But like I said, I mean, my reason was, I know I'm kind of explaining you better explain yourself, Titan Rossi. But I am explaining myself because I just thought it would come down to the kicker, and the kicker would blow the game for us. But you got to give ups to Randy Bullock. I mean, he came in and won the freaking game. Titan Anderson, I'm drained. I'm sure you are, dude. I hope you got a ton of people in there, though, man. I'll be watching after the stream's over. Fulton needs to be CB1 officially. I agree totally. I mean, I guess he was tonight, right? He was on Metcalf. Thanks, Titan, from Niner Gang. Thanks, Titans from Niner. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, thanks for tuning in, man. If you're still in here, please subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I know you're a Niners fan, but we do talk about other teams in here too. So, yeah, subscribe, brother. I'm subscribed to a bunch of different people's channels. There's a Seahawks channel I'm subscribed to. The Colts guys, who are the main Colts guys? If you guys know their names, let me know. Uploads, I think, been on their show before. I don't remember. Anyways, they're pretty good. And I'm also subscribed to the Arizona guy that Upload was on last week. I'm subscribed to, Broshmo does kind of just draft stuff and other stuff. I think I'm even subscribed to a Bengals YouTuber just because, we talk and stuff. So, yeah, I love football. I can sit down and watch any game, anytime. I love NFL football. Not a big college fan. I'm a Vols fan, unfortunately, but not a huge college fan. But I could watch a game anytime, any day. I used to not be like that when I was younger. I used to just watch Titans and only Titans, but now I watch every game. You got to know your enemies, right? Keep your enemies close, right? Rossi, what if the Titans are just getting warmed up? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a thing, and I think they are, brother. Titan Bay, I don't know how to read, but I'm sorry, I went to that earlier. King Isaac, what's up, King Isaac? Thanks for coming in, man. Tighten up, that game was insane, dude. Truly insane. Jackson got caught looking the backfield on the busted play. Yes, he did. He did. So yeah. Oh, my bad. I think I clicked out to it. Am I still here? Can y'all still see me? I don't know if I clicked out or what. Anyways, yeah. Let me get back to some of your comments here. Big Titan says, got to win versus Seattle. That's big. Hey, Rossi, Derrick Henry adding another win to the stiff arm graveyard. Blocksville says, I seen that I could tell AJ was scared. Divine Justice, we came there, 12th man, the Zebras, Titans, Rossi. I posted a picture of the Julio touchdown. Titan Anderson, let's go. I'm back. Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. I have no idea what happened. I think I clicked this little side button on the mouse or something. I can see you, brother. All right, thanks, man. So I don't know. We got a guest in here. Let's Titan. Who is that? Peace Shark, what's up, man? Let me bring you in here. What's going on, man?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing, man?
I ain't no problem. I was eating dinner. I was eating dinner as you hit me up.
Get my link.
Huh?
How
you sent it to me.
Link?
You sent it to me.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. You was like, come on, about 5 minutes. I was eating dinner. I just saw it.
Oh, okay. All right, cool, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I'm doing great after that win.
Yeah, that's cool, man. How are things going with you with your podcast and everything like that?
Everything going well. Going live again. Well, probably not going live. Be more of a recorded episode this week because I have a guest coming on, a Coast fan from the Drop Balls podcast. He's actually a Coast fan, so
yeah, and let them know where they can find you too, brother.
Yeah, on YouTube and Let's Tighten Up Pod. On Twitter at LBR Tighten Up. And I also, when I go live, it's normally on Tuesday evenings and be live on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at Let's Be Real Media page.
Okay. Oh man, I sent it in the group. That's what I'm glad you came on. Yep. I'm glad you came on. I was trying to send it to Chris earlier, but no, don't get me wrong, man. I'm glad you came on. I'm glad you popped in. So I was like, man, how did But yeah, man. So give me your opinion on the game, man. What do you think? Do you think we silenced the doubters?
I think we did, but we always do. It's kind of one of the things we lose when we're favored for whatever reason, and we blow it. And then when everyone is against us, we win. So, like, I actually picked us to lose this game only because it was at Seattle. Yeah. Otherwise, because Seattle 12th man, the whole thing, COVID last year, there was no 12th man last year. So I really picked us to lose the game. But because, like I said, when we're underdogs, it's just hard. I mean, when we're underdogs, we win. We normally win. So I probably should have chosen to win.
And I had a feeling, I don't know, man. Like, I had a feeling this week we would play better. We always play better as the underdogs, like you're saying. And we were 6.5 point underdogs. I mean, that's pretty big, and for the type of roster that we have. And like I said, I predicted us to lose, but my reason for us losing was I thought it was going to come down to the kicker. I thought it was going to be one of those games where the kicker comes in, misses 3 or 4 kicks. It was just going to be like one of those, we gave all the effort we could. We should have won the game, but we didn't. Mm-hmm. And that's not the truth. I mean, the kicker won the freaking game. It was unbelievable. He barely won it, but he won it. And we should have won on a safety.
And really, we should have won regulation. The Julio touchdown.
Exactly.
That was touchdown.
That was bull crap. And the safety.
Yep. Somebody stepped out.
I mean, pretend you're not a Titans fan, right?
Yeah.
Pretend you're a Seahawks fan. To me, it was just blatantly obvious. I mean, the guy was, he was moving forward at first, and then he took a step back.
Right. His foot never stepped back inside. It hit the line, but it was safety. He was definitely in the end zone.
And to me, it just felt like that I don't know, man. It may, I'm not a big conspiracy theorist or whatever, but it felt like the refs were really against us. Like, I don't know what it was. That taunt. What did you think of the taunting penalty against the Seahawks?
I agree with it only because I saw when NFL first, I think right before the season started, they added that all this stuff would be taunting. So it didn't surprise me for that reason, because they literally, before the season started, just announced that they wasn't going to let anything go this year.
Yeah, and the game was kind of going that way, And Lee Hillis says Bullock went 4 or 5.
Yeah,
He
4 or 5.
did.
Yep.
He did. He just missed that one, but they weren't pretty. Some of them were not pretty, but
no,
he got the job done, But yeah, I mean, it was a real chippy game. Nicole Pruitt and Jamal Adams was going at it all game, And I can't stand Jamal Adams, man. Like, just the whole game, like he was just, getting in everybody's face. I mean, he's a football player. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not on my team. If he was on my team, I'd probably love him.
Yeah.
Because Finnegan was.
He was there for us.
And Malcolm Butler used to jaw a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
He used to get in their faces a lot too. So, I mean, it is a good thing, I guess. Let's get to some of the comments in here. We got 20 people in the house. So, tighten up that like button, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't. Go check out Let's Tighten Up Podcast, his channel, his stuff. We're all part of this community together. I have all types of people on here all the time, so I just love people who love the team, who are true fans, and I'll talk Titans with anybody any day of the week, so you guys get involved in this community. That's what you do when you subscribe. You get involved in this Titans YouTube community. We're able to communicate with you, post your thoughts, and you got a voice. And if you don't have a voice with all the national media stuff, you got a voice here in the Titans YouTube stuff. So shout out to everybody who's putting in work in the Titans YouTube community. Titan Tiger says, "Nice, Rossi. You're more like a fan, just like me. Great show." Thank you, man. That's a compliment to me. So I appreciate that. Titan Anderson, shout out to him. He's doing a stream tonight. Big Sportsman, you're back. Yeah. I don't know what happened there, man. I clicked the button.
You clicked out. Yeah.
Could y'all hear me when I was out?
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
It was Joe's blank.
I don't know if you could hear my audio or not. Cowboys and Bucks NFC Championship. Yeah, I mean, that could happen. I don't know. I mean, how did the Cowboys, did they play today?
Yep, they won on the 56-yard field goal.
I need to check the scores. I haven't really checked the scores today as far as all of the scores. I know what the AFC South did. Maybe we could pull them up here. Let me see if I can get this sports page up. Yahoo Sports.
17, 14.
Here we go. NFL scores. Bear with me here for a second, guys. I'll get these scores up for you. Share screen. I'm still new to sharing screens and stuff. I haven't done this part of it much. There we go. Are you still in there? Okay, you're still in there with me. So let me get this comment off the thing here. So yeah, here are the scores from today so far. Kansas City's leading Baltimore. I'm interested to watch that game, to watch the rest of that game. It's always fun watching, Right. I don't really care to watch Mahomes just because I just don't like Kansas City. But I do like watching Lamar. Andy's on my fantasy team, so.
Of course.
Let's see. Washington, that was the other night. Chicago won today 20-17. Cleveland obviously beat the Texans, and they were in that game for a little bit.
Yeah. Tyrod Taylor got hurt.
Yeah, he did. I heard that. Davis Mills came in, their fourth round pick.
Mm-hmm.
LA beat the Colts. I mean, the Colts,
Yeah.
If Wentz wouldn't have got injured.
I got hurt, of course. And of course, he gets hurt.
Dude, I know, man. I mean, it's just bad, dude. Yeah. Like, I feel bad for the guy. It just seems like he can't catch a break.
And there were a lot of injuries today because Tua got hurt too in the Buffalo.
Oh, game. Did he?
Yep.
And
they
got stomped.
Yep.
And my friend, shout out to my friend Dan. I don't know if he's watching, but He went to the Miami game today.
Ooh.
I actually live in South Florida. I live like 30 minutes from the Miami Stadium. So
okay.
I might go to a game there sometime. Las Vegas. What do you think of Las Vegas, man?
They kind of, honestly, I don't remember, but they kind of always start off hot. Then they tail off later in the season. So I'm going to keep my eye on them, just see can they keep this up. And also, TJ Watt got hurt in that game as well. So it was a lot of injuries today throughout the whole league.
Yeah, and that sucks, man. And it seems to be happening more like the last couple years. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it seems like people aren't practicing or playing their starters as much like they used to in the preseason. I don't know if that has something to do with it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. So Denver beat Jacksonville. So Denver's 2-0 now.
Yeah.
Carolina 26-7. They're
2-0.
2-0. Minnesota, Arizona beat the.
Yep. So Minnesota shanked the game winning field goal.
Oh, really? Wow.
Right. I think. Cause I was watching. So I got like 3 screens. I was watching all games like simultaneously.
Yeah, I have Sunday Ticket and I have Red Zone, but like I said, I haven't been able to watch much today. I was at the beach earlier and so I didn't get to. Tampa Bay beat the crap out of Atlanta.
Of course.
I wonder how many yards Brady threw for.
He had 5 touchdowns. Let me see how many yards.
Let's see, man.
He only had 276 with 5 touchdowns.
Golly, did Gronk have a game?
Actually, it was more. Mike Evans had 2 touchdowns.
Antonio Brown, he was playing good last week.
Yeah, Antonio Brown was on my fantasy team. He only had 1 catch.
Wow.
And I actually started him over Julio. So,
anyways, we'll get back to some of this game, man. Get back to some of y'all's comments. I just wanted to see the scores for the day, but let me scroll up here. Lee Hillis, Seattle when leading by 15 plus. They were 52-0.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's a heck of a number, man. Titan Kentwood said, I posted a picture of Julio's touchdown on your Facebook page. All right. Thank you, man. I'll check that out. I saw it on Twitter too. Somebody did you think that was a catch?
Oh, it was a catch. I mean, unless they change the rules, because he got both feet in. I seen plenty of receivers get tiptoes in.
Yeah.
He got his toe in before the heel came down. So
yeah, I thought it was definitely a catch too, man. Like I was saying, as far as what I know, when they call the play, they called it a touchdown. Mm-hmm. So that's what they're refuting. So when they go to look at the screen, if they can't tell, and you couldn't tell either way.
Yeah.
The replay that they were showing, the good angle was obstructed by the guy in front of them or the guy to the side of them. So to me, it's like you got to go with that call. I mean, the tie goes to the winner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the frick they were doing, man, but it was stupid. Shout out to the Power Hour. He's got a channel too.
Yep.
The podcast, I've been on his podcast. He's been on my show a couple of times. So he said, hey, Rossi, Derrick Henry adding another one to the stiff arm graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who did he stiff arm today?
What's the man's name? Diggs. I can't think of his first name.
I'll have to go back and watch that. I don't really know if I caught it live.
He he outran him and he stiff armed him at the end, like behind him. Because he really just outran him.
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that. Titans Tiger says the refs sucked. Yeah, they did suck. King Mamu. What's up, King Mamu? Thanks for tuning in. He's very valuable as a backup. Wouldn't surprise me that they want to not play him at right tackle because they anticipated. Yeah, he's talking about Sambrilo.
Okay.
Sambrilo played well today.
Yeah, he did well in second half. First half, nobody offensive line.
Yeah, they weren't horrible, but they weren't great either,
Yeah.
But how encouraging is it to see Henry, because Henry, I saw a stat the other day where it's crazy. Like the first 4 to 5 games of the season, how many yards collectively Henry's had since he's, been playing with the Titans in the NFL. It was pretty shocking. Like, it was like a 3.8 yard per carry type of thing.
Yep.
So to see him get going tonight, dude, I mean, come on.
Early.
That's very encouraging. What did you think about AJ tonight?
He struggled mightily. I don't know. I guess when he dropped that first pass, he was anticipating getting hit. Then from that point forward, I don't know, just in his head.
Yeah. He had about 4 to 5 drops. I think he had 4 drops. Y'all let me know in the comments if you know exactly or you've seen the numbers, how many targets he had, how many drops or whatever. But
he had 9 targets. They're not showing the drops though.
Okay. I think it was 4 from what I remember, just personally counting.
That's not about right.
Because
I know 3 off the top of my head.
And Dalton said he jammed his finger, and I did see him favoring his hand earlier in the game. Did you see that?
A little bit. I think after that first drop,
he was like shaking his hand. Yeah. So maybe that had something to do with it because that's very uncharacteristic of him.
Right.
I don't think he's ever dropped that many balls.
The worst he's had was that Colts game, that Thursday night game last year when he had the touchdown he dropped, and I think he struggled the rest of that game. But that's about the most I remember.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see, like, if they interview him after the game, what he's got to say. But yeah, that was very Julio, man. I mean, Julio showed up big time, man, and he just. It seemed like he played with just this passion today that was like, I think he was just like, it's time to silence the doubters. People saying last week he was washed up and blah, blah, blah. That dude, we have never seen anything like his talent in Tennessee.
Nope.
I mean, AJ's close to it. AJ's still got a lot to prove. You know what I mean? I mean, not a lot, but he's still got some to prove. He hasn't been in the league that long.
Right.
Some of those plays Julio made today, that catch in the end zone, when is the last time we've seen something that dynamic in Tennessee on like a regular basis?
Never,
dude. I don't even know if we've had a receiver like that in the Oilers days. I mean, it was phenomenal to watch, man. It really was. Like I was truly blown away by his play today. I mean, and I'm sure Falcons fans are more than used to it. Hell, they expect it, So if we go back to some of these stats here, man, I mean, it's amazing Tannehill didn't have 1 touchdown considering
they took it away.
Yeah, they took it away. That's right, man. So Julio Jones, 6 catches, 128 yards, should have had a TD. Derrick Henry catching the ball.
Yeah. So Henry and McNichols on the last drive, he threw them the ball a lot because see how to play prevent. So he just took what defense gave him.
And McNichols stood up, man. Those few plays were awesome, dude. We were moving the chains. We needed that. Yep. So I was pretty happy with that, man. Coming into the season, I was like, man, I wish we could get somebody other than McNichols. Like, I'm just to me, it's nothing special.
Right.
It's not really a huge change of pace because he's not that quick, but you got to give it to him, man. Like, he was reliable today, and he's reliable. He doesn't really fumble the ball. He protects the ball. He catches the ball.
Great pass blocker.
He is. He's a really good pass blocker, and you can't put a price tag on that, man. You can't. Did you see the play Akeem made tonight on the special teams?
On special teams, the roughing the punter.
No, not that. which that was bad, obviously.
Yeah.
But the other play, he tackled the dude. He did some crazy acrobatic, and it was at a key moment in the game. And I was pretty impressed by that. The roughing the kicker thing was dumb.
Yeah.
They're going to call that every time. It's one of those penalties that kind of darned if you do, darned if you don't. It's kind of a crappy penalty because those guys are flying through there, and it's hard to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'd necessarily blame that on Akeem today, but it's very hard to stop. What'd you think of Chester Rogers today?
He did. Dang, looking at stats, I feel like he did more than it.
I thought he did too. I thought he did too.
I know he had that great catch where he got like sandwiched and he held on to the ball.
Yeah.
I know he had a drop later on the screen. I know. So on kickoff returns, he looked like he was timid, but on the punt return, he did decent. So
yeah,
I don't know the dynamic. I know Darrington Evans is supposed to be the kickoff returner, but he's hurt.
And that I think that play he made, it was a third down catch.
Yeah, it was third down. Yep.
That right after the Julio and the AJ drops?
Yep, both drops.
Yeah, because I was telling Raul, I was like, look, man, if your studs can't make a play, this guy's was fighting for a spot, and he comes in and makes one of the most crucial plays of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You never know, bro. You never know when somebody's going to step up and make a play.
Right.
So that was impressive.
Michael Pruitt, he changed the energy there.
He did
the second half. He turned the whole game.
And the way he was just going up against Adams and jawing with them, I don't know, man. I think it really helped the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was just pumped. We just brought this guy back. We let him go, brought him back. I mean, he's gonna, if depending on how long Fertzer's gonna be out, I mean, Pruitt, he could step up big time for us because that tight end room is not very deep, so we need somebody like him. Tommy Hudson had a catch, Jeff Swaim. Swaim didn't really impress me tonight. I don't know how he did blocking, but
I don't even remember him on the field.
Yeah. Looking at defense here. So, we had 3 total sacks. So Danico Autry, man, a sack and a half. Big Jeff had half a sack, and Ola had a good game. He had a sack too. And his sack was like a 12-yard loss.
Yep.
Bradley McDougald, he got swamped today. I mean, what are we going to do there, man? What can we do?
I suggested something on Twitter because I know Elijah Molden, he's been struggling some, but
yeah,
I know he can play safety as well. So I suggested possibly putting him in safety and bring in either Borders or Jackson to be the third corner until Caleb Farley. I don't know. I don't know if he was a healthy scratch or was he hurt or something, but
I mean, it makes sense, I mean, I could see them possibly. I mean, they're probably not going to do that, knowing Vrabel, but he's a scrappy dude. He seems like he's a pretty good tackler, so it could be a good option because I like Borders, and other than Chris Jackson having that complete blowout today on that play. What did you think? I mean, I don't think he was horrible, other than that busted play, but I don't know.
I think our defense, did, especially the second half, they did really good. They just gave up big plays. If you take away 3 or 4 big plays, they had an excellent game. But it's those big plays. Tyler Lockett had 2 of them. Got the last receiver, the one who was dead wide open.
Yeah.
And trying to think any other plays. It was really those plays. Outside of that, they did really good because the offense, Tannehill had another fumble, so I don't put that touchdown against them. They got the ball at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and that I mean, you just got to protect the quarterback there. He was holding it a little too long, That's the only thing that frustrated me with Tannehill today was like, he did great. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, get rid of the ball, man.
Right.
You know, like he just, I don't know, man. There were times where he would just hold on to it. And I honestly think it's because he just wasn't trying to make a mistake.
Yeah, throw a pick.
But it's like, dude, throw the ball away. Like, Tannehill never throws the ball away.
Or run more, because he can run. He's athletic. Like, he kind of just like, I mean, one play he finally did. Like, I was like, he saw the scene and took off. I'm like, you can do that more. Like, you actually can run. Like,
but you got to give it to him, man. I mean, he played really well, all in all. I mean, I feel like Tannehill is right on the cusp, you know, like he's right on the edge to be in that quarterback that could really take this team to a Super Bowl. Like, if he can step up, keep stepping up, and he did it all last year. But I mean, in more of a leadership, he's a great leader, but I don't know what I'm trying to say, man. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, if he can step up more and just be that dude that you're like, okay, if Henry's out of the game, if Henry's not a factor, this is the guy we can rely on. Right. Because we got Julio, we got AJ, Reynolds. I don't know about that dude, man. He was a non-factor. Like what the crap, man?
He was like a cut candidate today.
Stephen Pose says if the O-line would keep him upright, that's true. You know, I mean, you can't blame Tannehill last week. He was getting absolutely murdered. And the one thing about Tannehill, he's tough, man. He was in there getting blasted tonight, and he's tough.
Yeah, I talked about that a little bit on my last episode. The difference between Tannehill, I hate to bring up Mariota, but we see the difference. Yeah. When Mario took a hit, he was shaky.
Oh, yeah.
Tannehill takes a hit, he's coming right back up and delivering the ball the next play.
And I got a little nervous when that one run where he slid hit awkwardly. Yeah. I was like, oh crap, he just injured his knee. You know, like he tends to do stuff like that every now and then. He's a little awkward sometimes. You know, like the little, I wish, honestly, look, man, I'm cool with the celebration. I wish he would quit doing that. Like,
he almost got hurt.
Dude, do something else. Like, because it's almost happened a couple times. One of them was blatantly obvious, and there was another time where he kind of tripped himself up. And I'm like, look, man, I know you're trying to do like the freaking Superman or whatever the crap you're trying to do, but like, or the Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, yeah.
It's like, bro, come on, man. I mean, that's played out. Let's figure out a new celebration for Tannehill. And maybe
he was injury prone in Miami, so he was scary.
Maybe we could do a poll or something, sign a petition
on another celebration,
you know, on Twitter and send it to him and see if he'd change it. I'm sure he would, you know, but the finger roll is going to hurt him one of these days. Right. Definitely, dude. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's just a little awkward looking. Like spike the ball, do whatever else, but don't put your career in jeopardy over, you know, sticking your tongue out and acting like Michael Jordan. Let's see. For the Fam just sent me a message. Oh, he's asking me something about if I'm overly sensitive or do we just okay, yeah. He's saying he sent me a question on Twitter, so I'll read it on here for you guys. I don't know if he's watching, if he has a different name on YouTube, but he said question, which I'm sure that someone as important as you gets about 1,000 a day. I'm not that important, I promise you. But I appreciate the comment, man. I really do. But I promise you I'm not that important. So if you don't have a chance to answer mine, I legit understand. No, dude, I got you. And you guys in the chat, if you watch my show, you know that I'm really a lot about like the fans and stuff. So I post like Twitter polls. That's why I do the Twitter polls, because I want you guys to have a voice on here too. So I always post them. I didn't have time to do any slides tonight because I didn't plan on going live tonight. But I got a segment that's like Titan Rossi Twitter takes, and I'll post your name on there. If you guys send me a message through Twitter, I'll make a nice slide of it. We'll post it on the screen, talk about it. Not just like a banner thing, but an actual whole slide I'll make for you guys. So anytime you guys want to send me anything, just DM me on Twitter at Titans Rossi. So it's all good with me. I'll always find the time to read them. Maybe I won't read them right away, but I will get to them pretty much, an hour later or so. But he says, anywho, is it that I'm overly sensitive when it comes to my team, or we just get literally cheated and disrespected by refs, other teams, and media? Yeah, I mean, what do you think about that?
I think it does happen pretty consistently. I feel like all my teams in the state of Tennessee, Memphis Tigers, Tennessee Vols, Tennessee Titans, you name it, I feel like we all get cheated in this state. So I know the 12th man in Seattle, any road game is probably going to be a little cheating, but today was pretty blatant because that Julio touchdown was a touchdown. The safety was a safety. I mean, the game would already been over. We shouldn't even went to overtime.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree too. And obviously the media's always hated on us. All the media. I mean, Marcus Spears, you had him last week going off, which, I mean, he made some good points. But Colin Cowherd, I made actually, it was one of my most watched videos. It was like a 10-minute rant on Colin Cowherd. Like when I first started the channel, he's always, saying crap and talking bad about us and stuff. And the media is always dogging us. That's the way it's been in Tennessee for years, even back in 2000 when 2001 when we went to the Super Bowl. 2000 and then 2001 the next season when we had a killer roster.
Yep.
They were hating on us then. Oh, McNair can't do it, blah blah blah. It was just crazy, man. Any other things? We'll go another 5 to 8 minutes here, hit an hour. But any other things in the game that stood out to you, like defensive wise? I know, man. Let's talk about Fulton.
Oh.
You know what? Fulton killed it today, man. What do you think about his play?
QB1, cornerback 1, CB1.
Yeah, man.
He took the task of DK Metcalf, which they have history in college, LSU, Ole Miss. So he's definitely played against them before, him and AJ, while he was at LSU. So some familiarity there. So, hey, 2 weeks in a row, 14 showed up. I figured he'd be good last year, but he had injuries. So he's finally healthy. So I expect great things out of him the rest of this season.
Yeah, and I mean, DK was a non-factor.
Yep.
I talked about a little bit before you came on. He was a non-factor today. Heck, in the second half, I was asking my buddy Raul. I was like, "Have you even heard anything of DK?" I know he was banged up, but he did play in the second half.
I don't think I saw was he had the pacifier as the mouthpiece.
What is that about? That was driving me nuts. I was like, why do you have that pacifier? You look so dumb. Like, that was getting on my nerves for real. I was like, this is ridiculous.
And blue hair.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. I don't know much about DK, but he seems like a bit of a diva, right? I mean, and people say AJ Brown's a diva too. Somebody sent me a message on Twitter saying they heard something on a mic'd up last week that he said. I never went and listened to it, but apparently he said something. I don't know, but he just doesn't seem like, I don't know. AJ doesn't seem like that big of a diva, but it depends on what type of diva he is. You know, I mean, a lot of those big time wide receivers are divas. So, you know, Rocky Rockefeller, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. He said I was sweating. So was I. I. Steve Pohill said the finger roll. Oh, I already got to that one. TSR video. Tighten up, man. Thanks for tuning in. He got that sucker knocked out of him by Evans. Sin City tighten up. What an awesome day to be a Titans fan. And shout out to Sin City Titan, man. He's been texting me all throughout the game, dude. I'm sorry I wasn't texting you right back right away because everybody was like literally like 45 seconds ahead of us at Raul's. Like I couldn't watch any watch parties, nothing, because everybody was literally like 2 plays ahead of us. So, and I kept hearing my phone ding, 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 Twitter messages, text messages, and I'm like, I can't look at them, you know, like I can't look at them because everybody knew the play before me, you know. I got caught up a few times looking, but yeah. So yeah, man, I guess we're gonna, you know, round out the show here. I'm glad you came on, dude. Like I said, I didn't know I sent it in a message, but I'd love to get you on again, man. You know, do a scheduled show, get you on again. Maybe next week after the game, we could talk about the game.
No doubt.
So that'd be cool, man. And anytime, you know, if you ever want a guest or whatever, I'm usually free at nights. I work kind of a 9 to 5 type of job, Monday through Friday.
Yep, same here.
So anytime, man, I'd love to come on. And so yeah, let them know one more time where they can find you. There's probably some new people in here. What you do, like, you know, how often do you post, things like that? What type of content do you do?
Yeah, so remember following me at LBR Tighten Up on Twitter and follow my personal Twitter at @the1_P Shark. The reason I got 2 different Twitters because I got multiple podcasts. I have a Memphis Grizzlies podcast, Starting 5 podcast for Grizzly Bear Blues. I also got Podcast Network, which is Let's Tighten Up falls under. Let's Be Real podcast. If you can see my background, that's the part of the main podcast. We talk about all sports and do NFL picks weekly every Saturday morning now. And Let's Tighten Up goes live usually every Tuesday night around 7. But this week, because I got a Colts fan or Colts podcaster on, so we'll try and tweak the schedule a little bit. It'll probably be Wednesday, and I might not be live. It might just be recorded. But go live on YouTube, Facebook at Let's Be Real Media, which is my whole Let's Be Real media is my podcast network, and it'll be all tightened up. My shows go live there as well, and also audio after the show is live. I put the audio, so Spotify, Apple Podcasts, what else? Google Podcasts, you name it.
Is it on Stitcher too?
It should be. I need to check though. It should.
I use Stitcher a lot, but I also have Spotify. So
yeah, I use Spotify.
I'll start listening, man. I don't know. I know I've seen some of your stuff here and there, but I'll start, you know, following you and checking in on your stuff.
Yeah, I was on like that. I was on a bit of hiatus throughout this whole year because I just got married. Last
congrats,
night,
man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Congrats.
Just planning that, so finding that's out the way.
Yeah, and shout out to our wives, man. Like my wife is amazing. She lets me do this. She's not even a really big football fan. She's from Brazil. She loves soccer. I mean, I saw her cry when they lost the World Cup. So she knows my passion for my team because she has it for her teams, you know. So but she lets me do this, man. Never really gets on to me about it. So pretty much anytime, as long as we're free and I'm not doing nothing, she's cool with me doing this. So shout out to my wife. I'm sure you could probably say the same thing about yours. So any of us podcasters that are married, I don't have kids yet, but you know, so that kind of, you know, Titan Upload has kids and
I see. I don't know how he
all this stuff, man. I mean, that dude,
how did he do it?
It's wild. And Titan Anderson, he's got kids.
Right.
He's got one kid and he's got another kid on the way.
Yep.
And
That
so
Mr.
yeah,
Titan
shout
comes
out
on.
to the wives, man. You know, they put up with us, so they let us do it. So shout out to them, man. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on, dude. Let's stay in touch, man. You know, message me anytime on Twitter, whatever. So yeah, I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you too.
Yeah, man. Tighten up.
Tighten up.
Yeah, man. So that's Let's Tighten Up podcast. So y'all give him a follow, man. He seems like a really cool dude. So it's good to have him on here tonight. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Like you guys have made this channel what it is. Y'all are freaking awesome. And I'm really appreciative of all you guys. Life of Devontae, love you guys. Love you too, man. Love you too. It's all love tonight because we won, right? No, I'm kidding. It's all love all the time on this channel, man. So, yeah, Titan family, man. Titan family all the way. Titan Nation. So I'm gonna check on out of here, guys. It's 10 o'clock where I'm at. So I'm gonna finish watching this Titan Anderson stream. Y'all go check him out. You know, if you get done here and you ain't got nothing to do, go follow the game along with Titan Anderson. He's doing a broadcast of the Kansas City game. So shout out to him. Life of Devontae, I'm glad I met you, Rossi, and the rest. Yeah, man, I'm glad I met you too. Shane Loki, what a game, but the refs need to do their job. They do, man. They should get fined for tonight. They should get fined for tonight. I don't know. But yeah, so I'll see you guys later. I'm going to check on out of here. Tighten up. Let's go. We are tied for the lead in the division. We got the Colts next week. We'll be doing what's coming up on the channel, guys. So we got a show coming up with Titan Upload Wednesday night. Tuesday night, we got a show coming up with Titan Anderson. So we got back-to-back shows coming up for you guys. So stay tuned for that, guys. So tighten up. I'll see you guys later.